Coach Herrick obviously gets most of the attention for that Elite Eight run. I know he guided you that year. Obviously, he gets the praise he deserves. But can you talk a little bit about obviously Al Skinner, who that you guys were his team, recruited most of you guys. What was that transition like, going from someone who recruited you, and it's your senior year, and you have a new coach coming in?
Yeah, it was a big transition for us. Like you said, Coach Skinner recruited all of us for the most part. He laid the foundation for us. We started 7-20, and we had like 5 or 6 freshmen on our team. We had a very young team that, we were wet behind the ears. We didn't know anything. So we had to learn how to win, but we had to go through the struggle and lose a lot of games to get there. And Coach Skinner allowed that for us. We struggled a lot, but most of the games we did lose, we lost by 5 points or less. I think it was like 11 games out of those 20. So we learned from our mistakes. We learned to gel and come together as a team, and we grew as brothers. So Coach Skinner allowed that, along with Bill Cohen and Tim O'Shea as our assistant coaches. Ed Cooley came in my junior year. Al Skinner laid the foundation for what happened as seniors.
What satisfaction did you get just seeing your guys succeed in '98?
Oh, a tremendous amount of satisfaction, and it really was. To tell the truth, I almost did not leave to go to BC because even though my if you can believe it, my contract had run out, and I didn't have a contract at the end of the year.
That's great.
And so even under those conditions, I almost stayed because I had made a commitment to those players. And then, Preston Murphy came into my office and said, "Coach, if they're offering you that much money, you got to go." Yeah. And I was like, he kind of taking me off the hook a little bit. And it gave me a sigh of relief because I never really wanted to go back on my word. And so with that is why I moved on to BC. And a few of the players wanted to come with me to Boston College. And I said, no, because y'all got a really good team. Y'all got a chance to be really good. I was really excited for them. I was excited about the upcoming year. And I winning the A-10s, winning the playoff. I just thought we could, we were going to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, you got to stay. I said, the experience is winning is so important. And it's so important to your future, just for your own personal self-satisfaction. I said, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to be successful at BC. So they stayed and they had a great run. I actually was a little disappointed they didn't win more. I watched some of the games. Like I remember watching them early in the year and they played against UConn. Yeah. And I'm like, oh no, they're not playing the way I want them to play. I was like, yo, that's not good enough. Yeah. And I'm actually pissed. Yeah. And so I kind of stayed away. And then I got a call one night from one of the players and I was like, listen, and I said, I'm gonna tell you something. I said, if you did this to me as your coach, I tell you what, I would beat your butt. Okay, it wasn't that quite that nice, but you get the hint. So I said, but you know how to win. You know what it takes to win. What you do is go out and play. You play your game. You play the way I taught you. Do what you have to do. I said, now understand something. Coach may take you out of the game because you're not playing the way you want to play, he wants you to play, but he's got to put you back in because you're that good. They can't afford to win without you. That's a player's attitude. Yeah. I was a player. That's a player's attitude. The kid went in, he did his thing. They beat UMass. And next thing you know, it takes off because they're playing the way that they needed to play in order to be successful. Credit to Herrick. He let them play, and they went on to obviously go on to that Final Eight, and really should have been in the Final Four. But it was just great to see. Yeah. Really happy for him. Extremely happy for him. And I took a tremendous amount of pride in that because I thought that they were properly prepared and they met the challenge.
Yeah. So I talked to Preston last night, so I got to go talk to him. He's the reason. I got to blame him. No, I'm joking. A lot more people. We will get into who's to blame. I've done some, reading on that one.
Definitely. I think given the landscape of college basketball today, there would have been guys like myself and Antonio probably would have transferred. No penalty, get an opportunity to play for the guy that recruited you. I think that was I think that would have been definitely something we both probably would have considered. But being recruited by Al was great. I mean, he's he's a great teacher, great coach, and I remember him saying something when he recruited us or recruited me, when he said, this isn't a 4-year relationship, it's a 40-year relationship. And I spoke to Coach Skinner 2 or 3 days ago, so he's very true to his word, very genuine guy, and he really cared about us as players and as people.